I'm Jade, and I think the world needs more houseplants, like a lot more. In fact, I love houseplants so much, I turned my hobby into a career with my own plant shop. Whether you're plant obsessed or a total newbie, I'm here to help. Hello everyone, I'm back with another episode of Houseplants 101. Today we're going to be talking about the best plants for pet parents, one of our most highly requested topics. If your cat or dog likes to nibble on plants, you know that many common household plants can make your pet sick. Today we're going to be talking about 11 houseplants considered safe for your furry friends. I have 2 Australian Shepherds who get into my plants if left unattended. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Just a note before we get into the selections, we're using the ASPCA's toxic and non-toxic list as a guide for this video. Although pets will be okay after nibbling on these plants, it's important to remember that chomping on the leaves and soil can cause digestive problems as it would in humans. So we're going to share some tips to make your plants a little less accessible and appetizing later in the video. And with that in mind, let's get to the first plant. First, let's talk about succulents. Most pets don't like these because they don't smell or taste good, but some succulents are mildly toxic to pets, so make sure to research the non-toxic varieties just to be extra careful. Echeveria is an easy to find non-toxic succulent. It comes in many shapes and sizes and does best in southern facing windows. Other succulents that are non-toxic to pets include hardy and tender sedum, Calathea, and sempervivum, including this plant called burro's tail, which is a great hanging option. Isn't it adorable? If you're looking for an eclectic addition to your plant collection that kids also love, check out the Venus flytrap. These carnivorous plants are non-toxic, so a nibble won't hurt your pet. These plants thrive in bright light and high humidity. Because of this, they make a great option for terrariums. These plants over time can slowly die with tap water, so instead use distilled to keep this plant happy. African violets thrive and bloom in bright indirect light and warm temperatures. They're one of the most popular houseplants. Another reason they're totally safe for your cats and dogs. This plant's fuzzy leaves do not like to get wet, so instead try bottom watering with filtered water for best results. There are more than 1,000 species of peperomia, all of which are safe for pets and kids. You've probably heard of the most Instagram-worthy peperomia called the watermelon peperomia. It is literally named that because the plant's leaves look like tiny baby watermelons. But you may not have heard of this Pilia called the Pilia depressia. It's also nicknamed the baby tears and is a very cool trailing plant. This makes it a great option for hanging planters like this one. This plant has tiny scallop leaves and is commonly found in terrariums and dish gardens. This plant does best in bright, indirect light, and be sure to bottom water since the leaves grow close to the soil. Allow the soil to dry out halfway before watering once again. The ASPCA classifies the spider plant as pet-friendly for both cats and dogs. This plant is also super easy to care for, so it's no surprise it's been a common household plant for decades. They are amazing indoor air cleaners, and 15 spider plants can purify the air of an average-sized home. This is a plant that keeps on giving. Spider plants grow babies, called plantlets, along the bottom of the plant, giving it a spidery look. Pluck these babies off, and you have a whole new spider plant. Like peperomia, all species of Pilia are considered pet safe. There are many different varieties, but this is the most common one. It's nicknamed the money plant and is known for its UFO-like foliage and bold green color. This plant thrives in bright indirect light and grows little pups or offshoots once it's established. This makes it super easy to propagate and share with your friends. Next, let's talk about the trendy Calathea. This genus of plant has so many colors and is totally pet friendly. One of my favorite varieties is the Calathea rattlesnake. It's known for its long reptile-like leaves and also its purple undersides. A cool feature is this plant's leaves open during the day and close up at night. This plant loves a humid environment, which is great for your pet too. They do best in medium to bright indirect light. The Parlor Palm is very compact and is actually one of the most popular houseplants sold in the world. It thrives in bright indirect light, but can also tolerate some shade too. People love this plant for its long, lush leaves, and it could also be your cat's next favorite toy. This plant is nicknamed the dwarf palms, so it's perfect for those small spaces. Ferns are a popular houseplant because they're lush and relatively easy to care for. But not all ferns are fronds with your pets. The Boston fern is one of the most common ferns, and it's pet friendly, but I'm partial to the bird's nest fern. The bird nest fern is also non-toxic to cats and dogs and has long, curly fronds. It needs to be kept in bright and direct to low light, and also loves for its soil and leaves to be constantly moist. Misting this plant every morning will keep it super happy. In the store, this is one of the plants that most people are curious about, and it happens to be pet friendly. This is called a Bromeliad, but it's also known as an air plant. This plant comes in a variety of shapes and sizes, but I think that the bigger ones really make a bold statement. This plant is also super easy to care for. All you do is soak it in water for 20 minutes once a week. You place it in some bright and direct light, and then you can watch it grow. And last, if your pet has a flair for the dramatic, you need a plant that can match that energy. We're talking about the Photonia or the nerve plant. It is known for its colorful lines in its leaves that look like actual veins. This pet-friendly plant literally faints when it's thirsty, giving it the nickname the drama queen. Once you water it, it'll perk back up in a day. This plant is also a great option for beginners because it gives you a visual cue for when to water next. Now, let's touch on a few ways to keep your pets from chewing on your plant babies. The best way to do this is to keep plants out of reach of pesky paws. Okay, they are cute paws, but you still don't want them in your plants. Place plants on high shelves or invest in some hanging planters. If your cat continues to chew on plants, get them wheatgrass or catnip. Keep these plants near your pet's food bowl to encourage them to nibble a healthier choice. Make your plants unappealing. Purchase a bitter spray designed to deter chewing and use it to spritz your plant's leaves. Well, I've given you 11 reasons why you should become a plant parent and a pet parent. Which plant was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Handmade for more plant tips. I'll see you next time. Bye!